Hey guys, it's Haff. I am back again and this is going to be an update of my project pan round 2 for 2010. You will have to excuse background noise, this is a working household. So, at the last update I had finished part of this one, the Burt's Bees Hydrating Intense Facial Nourishing. I finished that and I put it in that, and there was not much left in this. I finished that within like another week or so. I really didn't like it. I found it quite stingy on my face. So I think it might have been the Clary Sage, but that is one that I will not be rebuying. I had also used one of the Aveda Nourishing Intensive Hydrating Mask. I have 3 of them in the project. I have not actually used the other 2 since I did that update. So that's not so good. I'm not sure if I'd finished it at the last update. I think I had. Hang on a second. Just let me check in here. No, I hadn't. So I'm really organised. The Oskin facial serum, I use this up relatively quickly. It's okay, it's not great, it's not terrible, it's just a facial serum. And I have like oodles of them, so yeah. But at least that one's finished and out of the collection. Then we have the things that I have not finished. I haven't actually made huge progress this month. I have not been particularly good about doing the things that I need to be doing. So we have the W7 Photo Shoot Foundation. I tried sticking this in warm water to get it to slide down, and it just would not do it. So I'm not 100% sure. I haven't used it as much, so I think I'm only down there. The line at the top is where we started, so, but it is really hard to tell with that one. I quite like it. It's fine. It's what I'm wearing today. It does what it's supposed to. The next one is the Estee Lauder Snupps Extreme Mascara in Extreme Black. It is still very gooey, quite runny. It's a very wet formula, so if you don't like wet formulas, you won't like this. Even though it's been open for a while, it's still quite wet, and it still works quite well. I'm quite pleased with it. The LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. Again, I tried to get this to slide down so I can measure it easier, and it doesn't really like to play ball. I think I'm about there. That's sort of where I can sort of bend it. So, again, I haven't really worn makeup much this last month, so haven't really used a lot of it. We'll see how we go with it. This one I thought I would be finished with, but I'm not. The Olay Regenerous Wrinkle Revolution Complex. It had started sort of spluttering at the last update, and I thought, oh yeah, it must be nearly out, and it's not. It might be because I haven't used it quite as much, but there's not really a huge amount left in there, I don't think. Hang on, I'll just realised it's got one of these spotty things. I don't know that I've got a... Yeah. It's probably got more in it than I realised. It is a lot lighter than it was, so we'll see. The Anoxa Hand and Nail Rescue. Should have been finished with this, but I kept forgetting to use it. So that's where I am about now. I think I was up here somewhere. The mark rubbed off of it. This is like really slippery packaging. So I look like I'm about down there with light behind it. Not my favourite hand cream. I'll be glad when that one's gone. The Sally Hansen Cuticle Oil, another one I thought I might be finished with because I've been a bit delayed putting this one up. It looks like it's empty, doesn't it? We're actually like right down there. The brush is up a bit from where the actual oil is, but when you tip it on the side, you can still see that there's still oil in there. It's getting harder to get out. It won't be too much longer. I've actually already repurchased that one because I like that one. The Grace Cole Pineapple Passion Fruit Lip Balm. I scraped this all to one side because my nails are long and I've got to get it under my nails. It doesn't look like I've made any progress. I have. It just doesn't look like it, but I don't use it as much as I should. I'm terrible. The Avon Femme perfume. There was like 5 of them. These 4 I haven't even touched it. This is the one I've been working on when I remember to use it, which is not often. But you can see I have actually made progress. Not great amounts of progress, but you know, I'm down here now, so that's progress from the last time. Got to get into the habit. It's just not a habit. The Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 8% AHA Gel. Again, it's really hard to see where this is, but looking at it inside, it looks like it's about there, which means I've used quite a bit. I've been using it fairly consistently. Unfortunately, I think my skin doesn't like it. It's not like that it's a really obvious thing, but I seem to have more oil production than before. So I'm getting like quite oily and getting like clogged pores and stuff all through here, to the point that my skin feels congested, and like you run your finger down it and it's all lumpy, which you would think something that is supposed to remove that sort of thing would not cause that, but it's really the only thing I've used consistently for any length of time. So it says it stimulates collagen, so maybe that's what the problem is, but my skin just seems to be a little bit oilier, especially through here, than it was before. Then we have the Revlon Colorstay Mineral Foundation in Fair Light. This is another one that's really hard to see progress on, because when I try to get it to flatten down, it all goes on one side, which is just like really, really weird. But I believe I'm down about there. I've used this a few times. In fact, I've used this more than I've used the other foundation. Because I really just want it gone, but it just doesn't seem to go anywhere. And I really only need to like dip my brush in it once and I can do like my whole face. So it doesn't move particularly fast. But yeah, we'll get there one day. Then we have the Designer Brows Extender Brow. I haven't actually marked this one because I didn't really think it's going to be much different. It actually kind of like puffs up sometimes, so it looks like there's more in there than there was before, but I've used it a few times. It's virtually impossible to tell where it is. It's like down here somewhere. I'll be happy to get this one out. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's, you know, it does cover white hairs, which is great because I've got a few white hairs on my eyebrows. It does actually cover them, unlike the next product. So I guess that's a good thing. And the last one is the Cella Luscious Light Brown Eyebrow Colour. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I haven't actually checked to see how much I've used. I have only just started using it because I had finished my, I finally finished my Anastasia Brow Wiz. So I got to start using this one. Let's just, there we go. Marked it now. So it's got like that much. So according to my little notey thing, that was where I was at the start of this project, and that's where I am now. Now, the reason I don't like this stuff is because it bloody doesn't set. I have noticed at least twice now when I've been using this, which never happened with Anastasia, even when using it with the Designer Browns thing, is if I was wearing my sunglasses and my sunglasses touched my eyebrow, it would then transfer up above my eyebrow right here, which is really annoying. So after that happened the first time, after I put this on, I put on a clear brow gel, hoping that that would actually solve the problem, and it did not. So, yeah, this is just, especially in comparison to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, this is very creamy. It's not waxy, it's really creamy. It's more like an eyeliner than an eyebrow thing. You tend to want it to be a lot drier for your eyebrows. Yeah, so this actually transfers on me, which is not a good look, quite frankly. Especially as my eyebrows are quite a bit darker than my skin tone. It's quite obvious. Yeah, so I don't like this. I'll be glad to see that one out of my collection. So that is my update for my project 10 pan for round 2 2016. If you want to subscribe, then click the button down below, leave me a thumbs up if you like Project Panda videos, and leave me a comment down below. I try to respond to all comments, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.